Yesterday, the YouTubers Dream and Swan got into some beef. And today we are going to look at the Twitter reactions to that. If you want to know all about the situation, be sure to watch my video from yesterday, or else this video will make no sense. Also, these will only be covering tweets made before Dream's stream on Swan. If you want to see the tweets made after that, I'll have a video out on that tomorrow. But without further ado, let's get into the tweets. OgRC tweets out, "If Dream didn't believe Swan, that implies he has no reason to trust John. I just want to know what his reason is. Generally, you give people the benefit of the doubt by default, unless they are untrustworthy or give you snaky vibes." Optimus quote tweets one of Dream's responses to John and says, "Dream formally responds to Swan. Thread in quoted tweet. Fireball talks NASCAR responds, Dream already bombed him in likes." Optimus quote tweets him and says, "Likes on Twitter mean nothing, and the only people who genuinely use ratioing as a debate point, rather than an internet meme or for the funny ha-has, are 12-year-old children, especially when one creator has 18 million subscribers, and one has barely 6 figures. As someone who has personally spoken to Swan several times / collaborated with him, I genuinely don't believe he'd do what Dream is accusing of him publicly. The fact that he spun this to make John look like a bad person goes against everything I've seen from John. It doesn't help Dream's case that multiple people have come out to corroborate details about John's story, which to me makes this look like a vindictive attack on John, meant to make him look bad intentionally, considering that loads of people have tried to get his attention. I don't have a problem with Dream like most people do, but when he's intentionally being disingenuous to try and make a small commentator look bad, with what appears at this time to be false or slanted information, I'm definitely going to say something." Lemon Grab responds to Optimus by saying, "Why would he do something like that? That's so out of character. I don't know if anything like this has happened before, but we need more details. Will you make a video about this?" Optimus responds, "Yes, I'm making a video about it. Essentially, Swan got trolled by a younger family friend with his channel, and Dream has spun that into trying to say Swan was responsible for that, even though he's apparently been aware of John's side of the story." Nicholas DeOrio comments on all of this by saying, "Swan is being very uncharitable to Dream. Instead of defending himself publicly, he should have done the right thing and just bent over to take it, lol. Dream is such a condescending scumbag, laughing my fucking ass off. He accused John of downright lying publicly on Reddit, and has the audacity to play the victim. Not only that, he acts like this altercation was John's fault, even though he, the massive YouTuber, started it, laughing my fucking ass off. How insecure. You just want clout. Homie, nobody wants your freak Minecraft audience." I think the most perplexing shit is why Dream ran to his tiny ass subreddit under a random ass post to accuse Swan of lying on his main account, laughing my fucking ass off. Over a video, might I add, that's not even going to be on John's main channel. This is happening because of a collab. Last Dreamer related tweet for a while, since people are confused. This drama started because Dream responded to a post complaining about John making a video. It's pretty cookie cutter, and doesn't take a rocket scientist to see what happened. John continued to tweet about the situation by saying, "I'm so sorry about all the Dream-related tweets on the timeline, but I just quickly wanted to add this. Why would I, as a creator wanting to get big on the platform, try to smear another popular creator by creating an alt account and sending troll messages to one person? This just makes no sense at all, optically and logically. Anyone that knows me in private knows I don't do shit like this. It just isn't true. Just a smear, plain and simple." Hobbs responds to John by saying, "Dude, it was a comment on an unofficial subreddit with 22 upvotes. Why didn't you respond to it there? You were the one making this a huge drama." Swan quote tweets him and says, "Dream is an 18 million sub creator whose posts gain a lot of traction. He tried to ruin my character, so I responded so that everyone could find it easily. Don't fault me for wanting to respond to false accusations." Keemstar then jumps in with his opinion when he tweets out, "Dream is innocent. Swan is not the victim."
The Minecraft YouTuber Dream is getting criticism and hate right now, and it's unjustly and it's unfair because Dream is the actual victim in this situation. Let me explain. Swan and Dream, a year ago, they get into a call, they do a collaboration on a documentary about Minecraft, right? That's how they meet each other on Discord. Then shortly after that, for some reason, Swan starts messaging Dream's fans saying sexual stuff and racist stuff, and a fake Dream account starts doing the same thing, and they're working together. Now, Dream sees this, confronts Swan about this, and Swan says, "Look, man, my friend was on my account. I showed other people my account. I was still logged into Discord. They got on the account. They're the ones that made the fake Dream account, and they were the ones that were on my account saying this stuff. I'm sorry." That was the end of it, right? But now, let's fast forward a year forward. John Swan is making multiple videos criticizing Dream, whether it's legitimate or not. I haven't seen the content. So Dream gets a little defensive, makes a Reddit post saying, this guy's not acting in good faith. This is what happened a year ago. He was saying sexual stuff to my fans, and then he claimed he was hacked, right? So John Swan sees this Reddit post, by the way, only has 20 likes, makes a post on Twitter and says, look what Dream is trying to do to me. He's trying to ruin my credibility. And now I see the commentary community defending John Swan like John Swan is the victim in the situation. No! Dream is the victim in this situation. Dream's fans were the victim in this situation. And Dream doesn't have an obligation to believe John Swan's story or John Swan's story or whatever you say his fucking name. That's absolutely ridiculous. And I see the commentary community saying, well, Dream stans will just believe whatever he says and Dream stans will just support Dream. The commentary community has stans too. You're all brain dead. You're not looking at the situation logically. You're acting like fucking stans and you're just taking John Swan's side when John Swan can't be the victim. It's impossible for him to be the victim. Dream does not have an obligation to believe John Swan's story. Dream is the victim in this situation, and John Swan is not the victim. End of story.
PewDiePie Sama responds to Keemstar's Twitter video by saying, the problem with me was that Dream went straight to Reddit instead of handling this privately. Keemstar then quote tweets him with another Twitter video captioned, I'm calling BS.
You know, this is exactly what I'm talking about. You're stans. You're a fucking drone. You're not a logical person using your own brain, looking at the situation and coming to a conclusion. You are a fanboy. You're tweeting at me saying, the issue is, okay, we're moving the goalpost now. The issue is that Dream could have contacted John Swan privately in DMs. He didn't have to make the Reddit post. John Swan is a commentator uploading public videos criticizing other fucking YouTubers. Did Dream lose the right to do the same? Did Dream lose the right to publicly criticize John Swan back? That's insane. That's literally insane. Like, this is what's going on in the brain inside, right? What do my friends think? What do my favorite YouTuber thinks? Okay, that's what I think. I'm not that way. And some of you are tweeting at me, Keemstar, read the room. Fuck the room. I don't give a fuck about the room. Keemstar says what Keemstar fucking believes. You don't. You got a drone, 9-volt brain. What do my friends think? What do my favorite YouTuber thinks? That's what I think. I'm not you, motherfucker, and I don't care.
Dear Dream stans, don't get too attached. We will definitely be at war with each other again. Nicholas quote tweets Keem and says, if you genuinely believe this, you've survived on YouTube purely by chance. John Swan responds to Keemstar by saying, 1. I've never made any videos on Dream. 2. This happened with one person. The fake Dream account messaged one person. The phrasing here makes it sound like it happened multiple times and that it was repeated. 3. Where's the French girl interview? An 18 million sub YouTuber makes up lies about me on a subreddit where he thought I wouldn't see it. It's scummy, plain and simple. Keemstar has always had a bias against me, and that is so clear today. At least I finally got unblocked, lol. Keemstar responds, I legitimately don't agree with you at all in this situation, and it has nothing to do with biased. And I only unblocked you so I could see your tweets, and understand your side before I voiced my opinions. And the clubhouse room last night was legendary. I may keep you unblocked. John Swan responds, I think you were dumb not to agree. Even the kid who was messaged by the fake Dream account came out and said he didn't think it was me. But separating that, please get your info right when talking about this shit, lol. Don't misinterpret what happened to try and make me look bad. Keemstar responds, instead of a generalized statement, explain in detail what I said that was incorrect, because my info comes from your public tweets and Dream's response? John Swan replies, I mean, read the first tweet. Points 1 and 2, my dude. Keemstar responds, 1. I assumed based on Dream's Reddit post you were making videos on him. As I said in my vid, I did not see them. But you definitely have been on YouTube stream as talking about Dream? So what's the difference? 2. Messaging fans or messaging a fan, that's not a massive difference. And you started off this argument I saying Dream was attacking your credibility. According to you, you let a random person on your account? That's definitely going to hurt your credibility, bro. John Swan responds, that was like a year ago when I had 6k subs, laughing my ass off. I was definitely less responsible back then than I am now. Not logging out of my account? On me 100%. And I've taken responsibility for that. I should have been paying attention, but this was one isolated incident with one person. This never went any further than that. It's being hugely overblown by Dream. Keemstar responds, based what happened, you have to acknowledge that Dream is the victim here. If someone made a fake Keemstar account and did the same thing, I would be absolutely furious. You come across like Dream is acting in bad faith by not believing you. That's ridiculous. John Swan responds, it was to one person, dude, laughing my ass off. This is hugely overblown. If it was to multiple people, sure, you might have a point. But I had no reason to spend my time doing this. None at all. There is absolutely no reason not to believe my story other than someone having it out for me. Keemstar responds, is there any screenshot proof of what was actually said? John Swan replies, I believe Harley TPS had some, but I don't have any on hand with me right now. It was typical 12-year-old trolling though, nothing more. Harley does reply to this with the DMs, but they were already read out in my previous video on Dream's stream response to this, so if you want to see what they said, I suggest you check out that video after this one. Anyways, Keemstar responds to John Swan by saying, just watched a commentator say John Swan would never do this because it would ruin his career. You, like everyone, was very edgy in the past. You only had 6k subs at the time. I think you did it, bro. Stop capping. John Swan responds, lol dude, ask anyone who has been friends with me in the past 2 years. I would never do anything remotely like this. I was trying to grow my audience. There is no way in hell that I would risk it all for a dumb troll. Where's the motive? So many unanswered questions. Keemstar responds, motive? Trolling is fun. Duh. How fast can you come to America? I say we do a lie detector test on Drama Alert. Don't be a pussy, be a proud Swan. John responds, I can't travel out of the country unfortunately. Aussie travel ban. Keemstar responds, I will set it up in your city on my dime. Have one of your mutual friends DM me the city you live in. John Swan responds, I think you blocked them all, Keem. Keemstar responds, fine. I will DM you this one time, but it does not mean I want to. Or like you. Comment Cop responds, payroll. Keemstar then tweets out, I think I might ask Dream to come on Drama Alert for an interview, to talk about the John Swan thing. I don't like how twisted the story is getting. Now, Keemstar actually did this Drama Alert as I am recording this, so if you want to go watch that, you can. Anyways, moving on to some more funny tweets in regards to this situation. A Dream stan ended up making a thread on John Swan. It starts with her saying, John Swan stands for you everybody, showing a DM of someone telling her, hi, I saw your post about that Swan guy, and since I saw you had a bigger platform than me, I just wanted to share the fact that the guy's fans legit have swastikas in their bios. He then shows someone called Vernum Zero having a swastika in his bio. The Dream stan then shares more tweets from John Swan. The first one is in response to someone saying your stans are giving me death threats, and John responds, I don't condone that, but I'm sure you'll get over it. They are words on a screen. John Swan responds to a tweet from a black creator who says, another retarded ass Iga on this app. Shaking my head, John Swan is a handsome man, and I will die on that hill. John Swan says, thank you bro. And then John Swan also tweets out, they are so blinded by their own love for Dream that they justify anything he does. Another tweet was made against John Swan from someone called John is Trying. He says, if y'all think John Swan is a decent person, he disrespects neo-pronouns. I called him transphobic and this happened. He then shows DMs where he says to John, I will actually educate you on neo-pronouns, by the way. John Swan responds, I don't know if it would be very productive since you labeled me as a transphobe. With literally no evidence, lol. I'm literally not transphobic. It's such a harmful generalization. For someone preaching about how words affect people, you don't seem to understand that branding someone with such an untrue, disgusting label affects them too. John Swan quote tweets him and says, hey John is Trying, you do realize you apologized for calling me transphobic, right? I was pissed because you called me transphobic when it wasn't true. And you apologized to me. Remove this libelous tweet. He then shows a DM from John is Trying who says, a neo-pronoun user I'm good friends with is saying that you aren't transphobic. So I am genuinely sorry for throwing that label on you without understanding, when I'm not even a neo-pronoun user. That wasn't my place. But I still think you were having a negative impact here. John is Trying then responds by saying, I did apologize. I'm not sorry anymore, lol. Now this last anti-John Swan thread is from our good friend DefNoodles. If you want to learn more about him, I also have a video discussing drama with him, which will explain why he dislikes John Swan. Either way, his thread starts out with him saying, call out! Dream exposes small commentary YouTuber for making account impersonating Dream, and using fake Dream accounts to say racial slurs and try to have sexual interactions with fans. The small commentator claims a family friend did it on his behalf. Dream shares DMs where he asked small commentator whether they are responsible for fake Dream account, without mentioning what platform slanderous comments were made. Small commentator gives themselves away immediately by mentioning Discord, where fake account was making comments. Dream once again exposes the small commentator by pointing out the commentator said the slanderous comments comments were made on Discord right away. Small Commentator has not directly addressed any of Dream's questions, or provided an explanation how he knew comments were on Discord. Small Commentator goes on a 10+ tweet unhinged rant, where they claim a young family friend created the fake Dream account, and made the comments on his behalf. The person who initially shared the screenshots of the fake Dream account with Dream claims the Small Commentator should not be held responsible. AuggieROC reacts to the thread by saying, DefNoodles' thread on John Swan was so mask off that if I were him, and that post actually got any interaction, I would be tempted to unironically call a lawyer. It was that bad. Nicholas reacts to it by saying, God, this guy is fucking insufferable. Before people storm to tell me the small YouTuber part is a joke, yeah, no shit, lol. I'm more worried about the dress-up satirist posting blatant and clear misinformation, because he's still mad from the last time he looked like a fucking idiot. I'm so tired of this guy. Nicholas then makes a tweet reacting to DefNoodles' YouTube video on the situation, and captions it by saying, please delete your YouTube channel.
News, Dream exposed an all-right YouTuber.
An absurdly fast Twitter drama recap.
What a way to milk the drama. They shared a tweet where Small Commentator talks about making a video about Dream, and Dream responds to this saying, this guy is bad news. A while back, right after I interviewed him for a Minecraft documentary, he changed his profile picture and name on Discord to mine and started DMing people pretending to be me.
Oh, that is absolutely awful, folks. Why would anybody do that to—
He said this twice in the video, by the way. It's not a one-off. John Swan responds to this by saying, so slimy, holy shit, and then shows a comment he posted on DefNoodles' video, saying, Dream exposed an alt-right YouTuber. This is slanderous to the highest degree. Extremist groups have no place on my channel or in my audience. I'm not political. I've never tweeted anything serious about politics, ever. And that's about it for all of the major tweets made about John Swan and Dream prior to Dream's stream on John Swan. Obviously, a lot was said after that, and if you want to know what was said on Twitter, be sure to subscribe with notifications on so you don't miss that video coming out tomorrow. Thank you so much to my channel members for supporting the channel. In particular, Scrubby, who decided to donate $100 a month. That is absolutely insane. Thank you so much, dude. But with all that being said, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in another video.